Hello there internet and welcome back to this let's play of the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. So I was going into this thinking that maybe I should play as Samson. But then I realized that we just had a run as Eve where we also had very little damage, and that wasn't very fun at all. Well, it worked, but it took forever. So I think I'll take a break from that. Also, by chance I looked up Lazarus on Wikipedia, and it turns out that apparently Lazarus was a zombie in Christian mythology. Which I know very little of in general, but that means that it makes a lot of sense, like that he's also a zombie in this game, that you can, when you die, you come back to life. So his name actually makes sense. Instead, what we'll be doing here, other than turning down the volume a little bit, is probably do another challenge. And let's just take the third one, head trauma. I have no idea what this is about, but we will find out. So we start with head trauma. We're a little bit slow. Okay. Alright. So, okay. That's weird. Which items do we have? We have the concussion thingy, and then maybe soy milk, and the rock, and something that probably whatever it is that causes our tears to fly as they do. It's gonna be super tricky to actually hit anything because I need to kind of wait a long while before things actually turn up. Instead, so the question is, do I want to hit enemies behind me or in front of me? Thankfully all of the shots here actually fly over rocks, otherwise it would be impossible to hit anything. So I'm probably just gonna be spamming, and then hopefully some of my shots will hit something. Okay, that was a little scary actually. It's a good thing we have a bomb, so we can actually blow this thing up. Probably we'll just do so, because I don't think there is anything better than blowing up a tinted rock on the first floor, generally speaking. So concussions here is useful. We have a bit of luck back, which means there's a little... I have to avoid shooting enemies into myself. I imagine we're probably not going to be seeing any item rooms on this run, because we already have a very cool collection of items. We're not going to be super powerful, or maybe we are. If we are like facing stationary enemies, then we should be pretty good, because it should be pretty easy to like put 100 shots into them. Take this guy for instance. So we're dealing exceptionally little damage. Just look at how many shots these guys actually take, which is not entirely unlike the soy milk run that we just had with Eve. So I'm not necessarily a big fan of soy milk at the moment. Maybe if you just get enough damage items, it actually becomes useful, but I have yet to see that. This is a little tricky. I really need to figure out where I need to position myself compared to my enemies. The other good question is, what happens if we take a range upgrade? Let's just go back here. What happens if we take a range upgrade? Will that affect the radius of which our shots fly? I think this item is called My Little Planet. I remember reading about it on the blog. Which makes sense because we have sort of a little planet, like Pluto or one of its friends, stuck in our head right now, as we've seen. So this guy should feel free to die. Sloth, if you could call him, because that's his name. So we're not dealing a ton of damage. I don't feel much more powerful than I normally would in the beginning of a run, but we're also very different. So indeed we're not having any... Magician. That's interesting. So magician is homing shots. I wonder how that works. But yeah, we will not have any item rooms. That much is clear now. At least not on the first floor. Isaac versus Monstro. Let's just pop this thing and see what it does. Well, it's certainly strange. It totally ruins the orbit, it seems, because the shots are... Oh, I took some stupid damage there. I shouldn't die here. That would be weird and surprising. Is it more efficient maybe to shoot backwards here when I have homing shots? Not really, it seems. Those looks like homing shots don't really do a whole lot other than mess up the way these shots actually work. The orbits of them, I guess you could say. So now we get a range upgrade, so we get a chance to figure out if that actually changes anything. I guess they just stay alive longer, which makes a lot of sense. And we only need to beat Mom, so that should be easy enough. Relatively speaking. Yeah, what else do we want? So we really want to get some good items from boss rooms or devil rooms. Or bonus rooms in general. Shops, of course, also. It seems like the shop items that we've been getting aren't all fantastic. Some are fairly mediocre. I think most of the super good items I've gotten either from item rooms, and that's a tinted rock. Either from item rooms or from pure random chance. Would really much like to get some bombs so I can actually so I can actually access some of these tinder rocks here. I see 2 so far on this floor. Oh, it's a little too far away from that guy. So I guess if we just get a bunch of range upgrades, we'll have like infinite shots on screen. Could be pretty funny. Whoops! Should watch out that I'm not too close to those TNT barrels when they go off, which they probably will, since I have no control of what I'm doing. I have very little control anyway. Oi, that guy died. Whoops, let's just move on here. Hide a little bit. So enemies that come towards me are probably going to be the most scary ones, because how do I deal with them effectively? I guess I can shoot sort of sideways. That's going to be the most efficient way to do so. So now I can go to the shop for free. That's pretty great, actually. Maybe find a bomb, that would probably be useful. Well, I should check if I take damage from walking into these poops, because that's something I've been wondering. I do. Good to know. That probably ruined my chance for a devil room, actually. So maybe that wasn't the wisest idea. Or best idea. Okay, I lost that chance anyway. So this is probably more tricky than the other challenges so far. I guess I may as well walk in here as well. So that's a shop. What was the other room then? Wasn't that also a shop? Could get a battery, wouldn't make much sense. Or the spend money to deal damage thingy. What's it called? I forget. Oh, this is a library. Telepathy for dummies. Gives us homing shots on a single room, I believe. And Anarchist's Cookbook summons bombs. So I think I'll actually go with Anarchist's Cookbook just because we've seen a few tinted rocks around. And I think I'll use it on this room just because that has also the chance of showing me where the... okay, that was actually bad. Showing me where the secret room was. So I was hoping that I would blow up a single tinted rock, but instead I blew up myself. Not quite what I wanted. I could go and buy the battery, get some more charges for my Anarchist Cookbook. It's probably not worth it though. I in particular like how like the focal point of this beam changes. Or not really beam, but whatever collection of shots, how that changes when you move around. Because it's somehow delayed, there's something very non-trivial happening. Okay, there's at least a single soul heart. This is shot speed up and evil plus range, so that shot speed is actually really good because that makes it a lot easier to aim this thing. And we have a third tinted rock, so it's really bad that I apparently don't get the chance to get those. Should I buy that battery? Probably not. Let's just move on. So I imagine Anarchist Cookbook is probably gonna get replaced as soon as possible because it's pretty bad. I could have, what I should have probably done is, if my eye, oh, that was bad damage. If I was careful enough, I could have pushed one of the bombs from Anarchist Cookbook into The tinted rock. That's also a little scary way to do it. This is a safety cap, which spawns more pills. Which can be good if our pills are good. Ugh! Ugh! This is terrible. This is challenging. Yeah, I mean, pushing those enemies into me surely doesn't help. Free stuff for us. So these guys are homing tiers, so I'm feeling like I'm just gonna run around and hopefully manage to kill some of them. I wonder if the trajectory of the shots is determined when I fire them, or if it changes when I move around. It seems like the latter might be the case, that they actually revolve around me, so which would make sense if I'm kind of a little planet here. That changes things quite a bit. If I had some more money, I would go into the shop. This room should actually be kind of easy, because they're in the perfect distance to get hit by my shots. Okay, this is a little scarier. I wouldn't say that I'm getting the hang of this yet, but yeah, it's beginning to make a little sense. And that guy, I definitely want to give my money. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get there though. I should probably just go fight the boss immediately. And we have another, maybe library? I'm not sure what it is if it's not a library anyway. It's very difficult. I guess the icon on the map is just that it's a locked door. Why don't we just go in there? Okay, so that's a shop. I'm not sure what that power plug thingy does. Maybe I'll buy it if I get the money. So it means that the other room is probably a library. Oh, that's good. So I will be I don't think I saw any tinted rocks, but I also didn't really look very carefully. The question is if I want to use my anarchist cookbook to open up stuff, or if I wanted to... That's a Necronomicon. Or if I want it on the boss fight. I'm probably just gonna use anarchist cookbook wherever. No, I actually have 2 tower books and anarchist cookbook. That's pretty ridiculous. I probably won't be able to get up there anyway. Yeah. Let's just leave this terrible book behind, take the Necronomicon, and probably use the tower card on the boss. The tower card does exactly the same thing as the anarchist cookbook, so... I should really maybe look for secret rooms, so why don't I do that? There could be a secret room on this... There cannot be a secret room here, actually, because I cannot access it. But here, there could easily be one. So pop down the tower card. It's probably... Oh, it did find one. That's perfect. That's a single key. That's not very good. Could also... Yeah, let me go to the curse room. It's a little scary maybe, but we need some benefit at this point. 2 bombs, not very beneficial at all. The question is if I want to bring my soul heart into the boss fight. That's probably not a bad idea. Do I want to bring the tower card as well? I'm not convinced. Where did I find a soul heart? That was up here, right? Yep. So I'll pop down Necronomicon. That deals damage to all enemies in the room. And then if the boss allows for it, I'll use the tower. Tower should be pretty good against Chub. I just need to not hit myself. So Necronomicon, tower. Yeah, it seems... Oh, maybe I should not fire while I did that. But actually that did quite a number on Chub. So altogether, decent usage of items here. Not that Chub should be super difficult by himself, but I mean, if it takes forever to kill him, then he can surprise you. Hopefully we get a devil room here. We probably took damage on the floor, so yeah, we did get one. This is an HP up, a whole bandage, and what do we have here? Brimstone. How does Brimstone work with this? Well, we're gonna find out. Okay, so that kind of ruined the novelty of the run a little bit. Whoa. But it's also super interesting. It's like a shield around us. So it's actually a net good. But would I pick it up again knowing what it did? Maybe not. I left a room down there, but whatever. Let's just move on. I hate when that happens. On we go. 2 keys, not gonna use those yet. We look kind of fucked up at the moment. So we're still not dealing a lot of damage. Maybe that's because of soy milk. Because soy milk really lowers your damage. I mean, not being able to one-shot these guys is scary. Yeah, it's actually horrible. I really hope our damage is not as bad as it looks. So Jera is super good. That's the thingy that doubles everything on the room. So hopefully we can find some good use out of that. Last time we played around with it, we got like 20 spirit hearts on a single room. Thankfully, we still have this concussion thing going on, which is pretty good. And Brimstone's just good in general. It feels super good as well. Like, it's super smooth. Really like it. Also, we fire... Yeah, okay, I see what's going on here. Soy Milk plays together with Brimstone in a super awesome fashion. We can use it as often as we like, essentially. I should have realized that a little bit earlier. Health up, that's fantastic. Because that's a little annoying. Please die, there we go. Yeah, I'll just take the soul heart immediately. Oh, I was really hoping that would die. I have sometimes a little bit of a problem telling the skeletons and the turrets apart, like the moving turrets. It's probably just me there. Extra heart, why not? I'll probably go to the curse room if I find another soul heart. Also, I have the Necronomicon charged. I'll probably just save it for the boss fight. Unless I come across a super tricky room. Oi! So that's the neat thing about challenges. They show you these weird item synergies that you are unlikely to find in an ordinary run. This is a little annoying. I could probably use one of these guys to blow up the stuff in the middle here. Yep, that works. Maybe also look for secret rooms, but whatever. This is Pretty Fly, fantastic. Pretty Fly flies around us and takes care of enemy projectiles. This is absolutely ridiculous. But also very fun. This is a pretty big floor, actually. Yeah, if we don't find the boss room soon, it definitely is. That Bombfly is very confused. Oh, I should watch out to not kill these guys when they're too close to me. That works. Get another bomb, which can use to go to a secret room if I find one. I've got so many keys, why don't I just move in here? That's great, that's fine. We don't deal a lot of damage per shot, but we sure fire very often. So you probably don't want to watch this video in a very dark room, because then your eyes are probably suffering as a result. That's a steam sail, that's great. It will be useful on later floors. Any marked rocks in here? I guess not. So I'm not really sure when it's optimal to pop this... oh, we have a library as well. When it's going to be optimal to pop this Jera, the Rune of Jera. But hopefully I can exploit something in the game at some point and figure out something. For instance, on this room, that wouldn't surprise me too much. Because here we can probably get some very good stuff. We get a ton of money. Bombs. It's not so good. And some keys. Are we gonna get a better Jera than this is the question? What's this thing? It's death. Yeah, I'm gonna use it. So that doubles everything. Death we'll take into our boss room. It's essentially another... I should have checked what the spell was before I doubled it. Oh, range down, that hurts. Actually, it doesn't hurt. I'm gonna take the death card into the boss fight. Acts essentially like a Necronomicon. So we're gonna have 2 of those, which is very useful if our boss spawns enemies. I'm not gonna look into the curse room. It's because I would rather have that extra black heart for a potentially tricky boss. Can I get this? I don't think so. Gertie is not that tricky. So let's just use the death card immediately, get rid of all the knobs. Maybe I guess I'll use the Necronomicon if he spawns a lot of stuff as well. Or maybe if he doesn't. Gertie can easily deal damage to me. I wonder if I deal more damage if more of the beam actually covers him. Doesn't look like that's the case. He probably takes the same amount no matter what. Ah, that's bad damage. Let's just use the Necronomicon and get rid of the flies. It's probably as good as it's gonna get anyway. Just look out whenever he shoots and move away. Okay, so damage up would of course work very well here. I guess so anyway. We got a bunch of damage up with Soy Milk with SE from the last round. But it seemed like they didn't do all that much. Anyway, now we get a Tears up. That's not really what we need. But 2 soul hearts, pretty good. Anything else we want to do on this floor? Guess we could go back and bring another death card, but whatever. I'm getting a little lazy, just because I have the feeling that we're probably going to beat this anyway. Might as well speedrun it a little bit. What do we have in our challenge room? A bunch of chests. Okay, so 1 soul heart is probably even enough to make it worth it. Have to fight 3 waves of enemies. Ugh. I didn't actually know that this would be an enemy in a challenge room. Oi! I had no idea that that would work that way. Oh, gotta be said. That's probably better than Necronomicon, just because it is useful more often. But then on the other hand, let's find out how useful it is. The thing is, I think the damage of the flies that you spawn with Guppy set is proportional to the damage that you actually do. So maybe these things don't actually deal any damage at all. Certainly didn't look like it dealt a lot of damage to the hands right there. So maybe Guppy set is completely useless, but at least now we've picked it up. It means that we're 1/3 of the way to actually becoming Guppy, which requires you to pick up 3 Guppy items. Becoming Guppy, again, probably not superiorly useful, just because our base damage is so low, but at least it means that we'll be able to fly, which is good. Range down, it's bad. I already picked this up, no reason to do it again. On we go. This is an annoying room if you cannot fly. Ugh. I guess concussion here is actually pretty useful. Oy. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. Why do these hearts not die? Ugh, I guess now they do. That was terrible. Hopefully we won't see many more of those. That's the worst, one of the worst enemies in Vanilla Isaac, and apparently also one of the worst ones in this version of the game. Is this Necropolis? Yeah, it is. Okay, Gluttony could potentially give us something good. Probably won't. At least it's pretty easy. Again, I'm wondering if I keep Gluttony in like my focal point here, am I going to deal more damage? I don't think that's the case. Maybe I should not go into the big room before I have the Necronomicon charged. I'll go into the semi-big room instead. Scary thing is I can't actually see if the other vaginal thing over there is shooting at me. So I wonder what the range of that thing is like. Infinite. Alright, that's scary. Single red chests contains Guppy's tail. Now we're super close to becoming Guppy. Cover's tail means that we get more red or more golden chests. Okay, so I'm very happy that I saved my Necronomicon for this room, even though it didn't completely deal with it. It sure made it a lot easier. I can essentially just fire continuously here. Yeah. What do we have here? A Bible. Is a Bible better than Necronomicon? Probably, because it one-shots mobs, so that's gonna be a lot easier. And it means that we can fly in some rooms. And Necronomicon is not all that good in itself, so I'm probably gonna take it. Of course, we have no donation machines because this is a challenge run. So for instance, if I liked to, I could fly over there, get that chest. I'll probably just use the bomb instead though. There's a marked rock. Some of them are pretty easy to tell apart just because of the difference in color of the cross. So this pill is telepills. Okay, so I guess we're fighting the boss now. Good to know. What? I didn't know that thing could do that. Did I even see this boss before? I don't think so. Or is that scary? I did see this boss before. Not with any setup like this though. So I don't actually know what it does. Falls down, spawns this thing. My Bible does nothing here. Necronomicon would have been a lot better. How do you avoid that shot is the question. Is that even possible? Do you just have to stay away from him? That doesn't even help. How? What are you supposed to do here? Do you just need to be super fast or so? This seems like a terribly difficult boss. I might actually die here. And probably using the Bible, I would imagine does nothing, but yeah, it allows us to fly. Makes no difference here. I was wondering, since this is kind of a devil, maybe that does something. But actually, I think if you use the Bible on, for instance, Satan, then you immediately kill yourself. At least now we picked up the Bible. I'm not sure if we did so before. So it's also in our item repository. Ah! Don't do that. I cannot dodge it in any way. I think we're good here though, even though I would have, of course, preferred to not lose as much health as I did. So, yeah, this is making me slightly insane here. At least it only does half a hit of damage, so... Oh, that was bad. Jesus Juice is damage and range up. Damage is good, presumably. Maybe we want to play that. We're gonna have one more shot probably on the next floor. But at this point, what do I really want? I want some more health more than anything else. This was my range down, useless, and some other not very useful stuff. I did go to my shop already. Was there anything of use there? Like, for instance, I would pay for health at the moment, probably. The tower is not very good. I could use it to look for a secret room. I guess here is as good as anywhere. That didn't do anything. I have enough bombs to just look for the secret room manually. What else was down here? That was our battery and key. It's pretty bad. So I don't think this is... we're not home free here yet. We're having some very interesting items. But we definitely didn't win the game yet. Whoops, I guess this guy doesn't shoot when he has a concussion. Come on. There we go. Another pill. Locked down. No idea what that actually does. But it doesn't sound very good. Ah, I should have taken damage from that. I should be careful. One room could easily kill me at the moment. Alright, that makes me feel a little better about it. Kill the ones that are closest to me. Okay, there's a tinted rock over there, or a marked rock, so we wanna probably use our Bible to go over there. This room should be easy enough. The turret might make it more difficult actually, but it might also just help me out. Whoops! No, don't want to get these guys too close. So let's fly with the Bible. Put down a bomb. Actually press the wrong key again, as I so often tend to do. Gives us a single key, so that's pretty bad. Any other marked rocks? I don't think so. Okay, this room is... Oh, we cannot fly. No, I should not have taken damage there, that's absolutely sure. Now it should be pretty easy. Shoot one guy, shoot the other. I could get that penny probably without any trouble, but I'm not going to. I was actually about to say in one of the previous rooms that I shouldn't get used to being able to fly just because I have the Bible, because that could be bad for me. And indeed it was. Was this a range down or something? Yeah. Should be simple enough as well. Okay, so I explored the entirety of the floor because I was really hoping that I could find something good. If I could just get like an Emperor card now, I would essentially win the game, because then I could just... Oh, we left some health behind. Then I could just teleport to the boss fight and kill the boss, immediately one-shot the boss with the Bible. If the Bible still works the same way it does in vanilla. Otherwise the Bible is pretty bad actually, if it's just flat for every 6 rooms. Right. Did I leave anything else behind? Maybe not. On we go to the final floor. I should use this. Let me just use the key because that's the resource that I have the most of at the moment. So hope is I get some soul hearts, something like that out. Oh, I just got a pretty fly. Pretty fly is also very, very good. So I'm gonna go down to... I already had the Steam sale, so I may as well go down to 7 cents. Maybe, yeah, something like that. Okay, it blew up. That makes it a lot easier for us. The pill is health down. Oh, that's painful. Telepills. I guess I'll use it. Maybe I can find the secret room, or even the devil room. Or just this room again. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced that this is gonna work out. Okay. Okay. Okay, so tell me where the boss is, please, so I can kill her immediately. I should probably not start with the one in the middle, because he's the easiest one here. Okay, so things that are firing at me should die. So this guy spawns a bunch of flies, actually becomes a fly when he dies. Okay, so just keeping him away at a huge distance. What happened to that fly? Why did that fly all the way over to me? Seems like a weird bug. This is scary. Get rid of the bomb flies first, because those are the most scary. Gotta open this one up. Pill we know is range down. Health could be good. Everything else I'm too big of a pussy to actually pick up. Oh, this is a terrible room. But it worked out. We'll probably get a chance to go into the boss trap room actually, or boss challenge room. Simply because of our low health. Okay, so it seems like there's only one... It seemed like there was only one hand. Oh, come on, game. Oh, I hate that mob. Okay, let's try that again. Should be easy. Move in a rectangular fashion. Okay, that's easy enough. Maybe I shouldn't have picked up that single red heart just yet. Want to get rid of the flies, because those are the least predictable. Oh, okay, I should have seen that coming. I didn't know that he actually spawned on top of you, so maybe I should move around a little bit more. Also has a ton of health. But otherwise should be easy enough. Fairly predictable. So I really hope I'm right that Mom is going to die in one hit. Otherwise I'm in big trouble. So we have hands in this room again. They're a little close to me. Try not to get trapped in a corner because that's bad. Okay, at least we got rid of one hand. Whoops, that one almost got me. I'm a little slow actually. Really doesn't help here. Alright, any marked rocks? No. I hope we're moving in the wrong in the right direction at least. I don't hope we're moving in the wrong direction. That would be a silly thing to hope for. This guy spawns spiders. Spiders are no fun. At least here we should be able to get rid of most of them at once. So I'm thinking about going back for some health. Now I don't have to. Question is it better to pick this up? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I mean, it is... Okay, there's the boss actually. So we just need to survive this room if my hypothesis is correct. And we can't really do anything else really to better our chances. So let's try this out. Isaac versus Mom. Let's try out the Bible. Yep, that worked. So we get the negative once again. So that's probably an item that we get on every single Mom boss fight, if I had to guess. Here's a mark rock. What does that give us? Chests, which gave us a tarot card, which was the full. So if we wanted to, we could go out of here. But I just want to end this run, that's for sure. The rune of was strange stuff. So that was an interesting run. I'm not sure I would have picked up Brimstone if I knew what it did, but at the end of the day, it worked out. So that was pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed the run I did. As always, thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you some other time.